Doc said pills will fix me, said the tremble go away. Xannies in the morning, oxy just to make it through the day. But the lights got dimmer and my smile got fake. Felt like I was drifting in a body I didn't make. Doc said pills, but they stole my mind, left me empty, just killing time. Popping scripts that made me bleed. What I needed was a goddamn weed, not a bottle, just a leaf to breathe. Doc said pills, but I said please. I missed my kid's birthday, didn't even feel the shame. Just a fog wrapped round my shoulders and a number with no name. Started thinking I might fade, leave the world real slow, till I lit one from a friend and felt my heartbeat glow. Doc said pills, but they stole my mind, left me hollow, left me blind. The side effects felt worse than war, numbed my soul down to the core. But that flower lit a different road. Now I breathe and I carry the load. I still got days, still got ghosts that don't behave. But I'd rather roll a joint and feel than live like I'm not even real. That green gave me more than meds ever could. Hell, even Dr. High understood. Doc said pills, but I said no. Found my peace in the seeds I grow. No more no more change, just a little green to ease the pain. They tried to cure me with control, but I saved my damn soul. Yeah, Doc said pills, but I took a token heal instead. To hear a robot lie. They said, you're on a wait list, soldier, but I've been dying since July. They hand out pills like medals, stamp my name and move along. But none of them ever called when my nightmares came on strong. The VA don't know what it's like to shake in your skin, to pray the sun don't rise again, to fake a smile just to blend. Tried to tell them about the weed, said it helped me get to sleep, but they called it non-compliant, like I'm trying to score for cheap. They don't see the shattered glass or the brothers we can't save. They just see a file and a checkbox, not the war we still replay. The VA don't know how a blood feels like a prayer, how a puff cuts through despair, how the green smoke fills the air with something close to care. They don't know, they weren't there. Tried to tell him about the weed, said it helped me get to sleep, but they called it non-compliant, like I'm trying to score for cheap. They don't see the shattered glass or the brothers we can't save. They just see a file and a checkbox, not the war we still replay. The VA don't know how a blood feels like a prayer, how a pulse cuts through despair, how that green smoke fills the air with something close to care. They don't know, they weren't there. They don't know, but I do. I wake up on the edge of me, half a thought, no guarantee. The mirror shifts, the light deceives. I lie to bold, the noise recedes. Mood swings like a wrecking ball. One word wrong, I lose it all. But weed calms the storm inside, a slow sonata where I can hide. Don't need applause, just inner peace, a quiet room where chaos sleeps. It's a mood swing symphony, rising loud inside of me. Cannabis keys, I play the tune with Doktor high beneath the moon. I've snapped at shadows, wept in the fire, wrote down lies and preached to the choir. The pendulum don't ask permission, it swings in time with my condition. But when the blunt begins to glow, I slow the tempo, steal the show. Hit a hum, a softer pace. Now I conduct my inner space. They call me broken, call me weird, but I just mastered what they fear. It's a mood swing symphony, rising loud inside of me. Cannabis keys, I play the tune with Doktor high beneath the moon. I don't need meds with 5 side effects. I need rhythm, breath, and green reflex. I journal smoke into the sky, let it scatter, don't ask why. My Doktor high hoodie smells like sacred calm. I write my rage into a psalm. The world can spin, the notes still land. I hold the joint in my conductor's hand. It's a mood swing symphony, rising loud inside of me. Cannabis keys, I play the tune with Doktor high beneath the moon. Yeah, I conduct my soul too soon. Woke up sideways on the floor, didn't even make it to the door. Ash on my shirt, stain on my shoes. Another night lost to the blackout blues. Mind's a maze, mouth is dry. Half a joint still standing by. Took one hit and the lights went dim. I was chasing peace, but it swallowed me in. Said I'd chill, said I'd coast. Ended up ghosting the most. These blackout blues, they hit too deep. Too hard to talk, too wired to sleep. But I'd rather burn than be like you. I'll ride the edge with Doktor eyes for you. Mirror cracked, but I look the same. Shadow eyes and a half-spent name. Neighbors knock, I just ignore. Paranoia slid under my door. Can't tell time, but I feel the drag. Slouching down in a Doktor high rag. This isn't lost, it's just in bloom. Even ghosts need a little room. Call it reckless, say I'm fried, but I found truth on the other side. Oh, these blackout blues, they hit too deep. Too hard to talk, too wired to sleep. But I'd rather burn than be like you. I'll ride the edge with Doktor eyes for you. Tried the pills, tried the blow. Nothing worked like the weed in the bowl. This life's a weight I refuse to hold. So I gain my peace in green and oils. No regrets for how I heal. Not when the high makes the hurt less real. So if I fade, don't call it doom. Just give me buds and a padded room. These blackout blues, they hit too deep. Too hard to talk, too wired to sleep. But I'd rather burn than be like you. I'll ride the edge with Doktor eyes for you. I lit up, 'cause I couldn't sleep. I sat close, but didn't speak. You passed the flame like a sacred thing, and I heard your silence start to sing. The walls were thin, the hour was late. We smoked the weight we couldn't translate. The night we cried resin, we let the ghosts out, puffing truth in whispers, too raw to shout. You held my hand, I held my breath, and we both let go of what we feared to confess. In my Doktor high sketchbook, I etched your name in smoke and flesh. Told you things I'd never told. I rode one slow, my fingers cold. You said the first time you hit the leaf was the first time you ever felt real relief. You coughed nothing left to hide. The night we cried resin, the past came clean. Shared our scars in that smoky screen. No lover's script, no fancy spin, just two broken folks breathing each other in. In my Doktor high sketchbook, soak the light you held within. Some nights hold more weight than years. Some joints don't burn, they disappear. Like grief in a sigh, like tears in the high. The night we cried resin, we met as we were. No pretense, just pressure and burn. You passed me peace, I passed you grace. We left that night in a better place. In my Doktor high sketchbook, I wrote, you're safe. Didn't fall in love, but we did fall apart together.
If this is the last one, let's make it sacred.
Every sesh had a story, every puff had a price. We broke bread, broke buds, and broke the ice. Laughed loud in smoke, healed wounds in flame. We forgot our names, but remembered the game. Ash on the floor like a trail of days. We climbed from pain in a purple haze. Built this life from leaf and light. So if this the last one, let it burn right. Every spark had rhythm, every roll had care. Every exhale floated like a whispered prayer. We kissed through the clouds, we danced in the haze, and held each other through stranger days. You don't need words when the fire's true, and the vibe says more than I miss you. So if this is the end or just a pause, let's light this hit for every cause.
To the highs we shared, to the lows we hid, to the dreams we sparked and the tears we slid, to the love, to the crew, to the fire we lit. We give it all to the last hit.
The last hit for the first love, for the one that left, for the ones above, for the nights we owned, the days we missed, for the leaf that held us with every twist. The last hit, don't rush, don't fade, let it glow slow in the world we made. We were loud, we were lifted, we were legit, and it all comes down to this last hit. From the spark
To the silence,
from the smoke
to the soul.
the last hit for the dreamers still high, with Doktor high inked across the sky.
Until next time.
The last hit for the dreamers still high.
Same old words, still feeling wrong. Moonlight's heavy on this two-lane road. Trying to let go, but I can't let go. One hand on the wheel, one holding tight to the last thing left from a lonesome night. Burnt out cherry, but it still sparks. Half a joint and a broken heart. Maybe I should turn around. Maybe love ain't meant to be found. But every mile just pulls me deep in smoking memories I can't keep. Half a joint and a broken heart. Trying to hold myself together while I fall apart. Breathing you in, breathing you out. A little more haze, a little less doubt. Half a joint and a restless soul. Trying to find a place where I can let go. Lost in the night, lost in the dark. Half a joint and a broken heart. Thought by now I'd be moving on, but some things stay even when they're gone. Your voice still lingers in my mind, like that last inhale, holding tight. A little smoke, a little pain, washing over me like summer rain. Fading slow like an old love scar. Half a joint and a broken heart. Maybe I should turn around. Maybe love ain't meant to be found. But every mile just pulls me deep in smoking memories I can't keep. Half a joint and a broken heart. Trying to hold myself together while I fall apart. Breathing you in, breathing you out. A little more haze, a little less doubt. Half a joint and a restless soul. Trying to find a place where I can let go. Lost in the night, lost in the dark. Half a joint and a broken heart. Maybe love ain't meant to stay. Maybe pain just fades away. Maybe one day I'll be alright, but tonight I chase the high. Half a joint and a broken heart. Trying to hold myself together while I fall apart. Breathing you in, breathing you out. A little more haze, a little less doubt. Half a joint and a restless soul. Trying to find a place where I can let go. Lost in the night, lost in the dark. Half a joint and a broken heart.
Quiet and spark. to reflect, not to run but to connect with the version of me still alive, the one who doesn't just survive. I don't need to name the why, I just show up and get high, and in the smoke I always see a glimpse of who I'm meant to be. Between the sparks I caught the thread of things I'd buried, things unsaid. Didn't fix the war inside, with Doktor high I learned to ride. And now I sit with open I used to run, now I just float through days too tight around my throat. Doctor smiles, hands me a pill, but the silence comes louder still. I miss the girl who danced at night, now I measure wins in sleep and light. No one sees the war I keep, so I lay down but never sleep. I wasn't chasing some kind of high, I just wanted to feel alive. And I found the way back, slow and small, in a spark, in breath, not loud at all. Didn't fix me, didn't erase, but with Doktor high I found my pace. First hit felt like a window cracked, air I didn't know I lacked. Not euphoric, not a rush, just a quiet I could trust. My joints still ached, my bones still shook, but I read a page, I cooked, I looked in the mirror and saw a face, not lost, just out of place. It doesn't cure, but it clears a lane, a little peace in a world of strain. And I found the way back, slow and small, in a spark, in breath, not loud at all. Didn't fix me, didn't erase, but with Doktor high I found my pace. Now I light one when the fog rolls in, pull my hoodie tight and let life begin. I've still got scars, I still get low, but I'm not broken, just letting go. Some days I fall, some days I fight, but now I feel the warmth at night. One breath, one page, one quiet song, and I'm still here, I'm still strong. Yeah, I found the way back, step by step, through the haze and alert. Hurt I kept, didn't fix me, didn't erase, but with Doktor high I found my just to clear the room. Everything's heavy, dragging me down. Same old news, same old town. I float above, I break the chains. Inhale deep, dissolve the pain. Can't feel the pull of all their gravity. I found my space in this serenity. No gravity, I'm drifting high, weightless all beneath the sky. Don't bring me down, I just got free. I found my peace with Doktor. Spliff in hand, I watch the stars. Dreams don't seem that far. I ain't running, just letting go. Let the weed teach me what I need to know. This ain't escaping, it's elevation. Higher thoughts, no hesitation. My body stays, but my mind descends. In this pot smoke, the static ends. Call me faded, call me slow, but you don't see the way I glow. No gravity, I'm drifting high, weightless all beneath the sky. Don't bring me down, I just got free. I found my peace with Doktor and weed. Books by the bed, Dr. High hoodie on tight. Wrote down some truth in the dead of night. Burning slow with my playlist on. Another joy and the fear is gone. Not a care for the clock or race. Just this rhythm in sacred space. They chase the world, I chase the leaf. Relook the calm, exhale the grief. No gravity, I'm drifting high, weightless all beneath the sky. Don't bring me down, I just got free. I found my peace with Doktor and weed.
So I hit the pot right, sat down in the woods and the fucking trees started having opinions. Tokemar, talkless.
Rolled up back on a mossy log, shoes off, brain fog deep in the smog. Crickets chirping, beat in sync. Lit the grass, took time to think. Tree to my left said, pass that bro. Tree to my right said, take it slow. Thought I was tripping, but the vibe was clean. Just me, the pot, and this leafy dream. Talking to trees and they talk right back. Laid out flat on a sonic track. Ganja in the air, time on mute. This weed don't lie, it tells the truth. Talking to trees, weed too loud. Losing my mind, but I'm real proud. High in the branches, floating with ease. Laughing my ass off, talking to trees. Bird flew past like it knew my name. Chipmunk passed if I smoke for the pain. Grass under my head, sky in bloom. Puffing that pot in a leafy womb. One tree chuckled, called me child. Said y'all humans been high for a while. Then winked his bark, or maybe I blinked. This ganja got me on the brink. Talking to trees and they feel like just breathe.
We got you, homie. Lighter from the trees.
Lit another one, sat in peace. Shared my dreams with a stoner priest. He said you could stay weird, stay lit, then drop some bark like a mic and split. So if you catch me staring at pines, grinning wide with a twisted mind, just know I'm not crazy, just free, chilling high, talking to trees. Talking to a tree, high as the moon, singing with branches, nature's tune, weed in my system, calm and pleased, calming people. When you got trees,
I left that forest with new wisdom, and like 3 kinds of moss on my ass, worth it.
Somewhere off trail past the signs, where the air gets thick and the world unwinds. Lit a joint with hands still cold, smelled the pine, felt the fold. Branches creaking, thoughts on loop. Is it peace or a paranoia coup?
Smoke between pines, floating like prayer. Eyes wide open, nobody there. The woods don't judge, they just absorb. I whispered to the void, it whispered more. Wrapped in my Doktor high blanket, searching the Lord. Saw a deer stare like it knew my sins. Every tree felt like next of kin. Birdsong twisted into words I knew, but the language changed with every view. A squirrel blinked twice, then vanished slow, and I laughed so hard I forgot to go. Smoke between pines, nature's design, rolling with ghosts of my own damn mind. Felt small, felt wild, felt kinda divine. Time crawled backward, my thoughts aligned. Tucked in my Doktor high blanket, the peace I find. This ain't the forest from childhood books. This is the truth, where nobody looks. High alone, but somehow held, like a secret kept, or a story spelled. Smoke between pines, I disappeared, became the sound my soul once feared. Found myself in the green and the space. In every silence I found grace, with my Doktor high blanket pulled to my face. No trail out, just the one I made.
I used to pace between 4 walls. Now I walk barefoot through rows. This is my garden of relief, where I lay down my grief. Inhale peace from the vine, exhale ghosts I leave behind. Everybody quiet belief. This is my garden of relief. Used to wear armor in my dreams, still flinch when I hear a slam. But these plants don't ask me questions, they just open when I am. I've buried too many memories, but I water them with care. And somehow in the silence, they don't haunt me there. This is my garden of relief, where I stitch back every piece. The war still whispers, but it fades when I'm lost in chlorophyll shades. Every breath a quiet belief. This is my garden of relief. I read it in a Doktor high post. Grow something and watch yourself grow. So I planted more than seeds. I planted my will to believe. And each morning when the light hits green, I feel a woman I've never been. This is my garden of relief. It don't judge, it just breathes. The roots run deep like pain, but the blooms don't wear the shame. I'm alive, I'm soft, I'm brief. In my garden of relief. Yeah, this is mine, and I'm growing fine. You lit it, smiled, and the rest is kind of a blur. 2 hits in, and I felt you there. Wasn't looking for much, just a light and some peace. Had a half-rolled J and a faded fleece. You passed by, laughed, said that's too loose. I smiled and said, wanna help it produce. I sat beside you, sparked with care. Wind in my curls, moon in the air. We passed it once, then once again. By the second hit, I forgot where I'd been. We didn't speak in full replies, but I saw the truth behind your eyes. No big words, just sky above. Took 2 hits to fall in love. 2 hits to fall in love. 1 joint to blur the lines. On 1 lighter lit the stars above and burned your name into mine. We didn't plan it, didn't need to. Just shared the flame and let it through. Now every spark reminds me of how it took 2 hits to fall in love. I still remember how your fingers shook, or how the flame curved when I took that look. No pressure, no plan, just vibe and air. And a little Doktor high in the love we shared. We don't need music, this is the song. We don't need promises, just another hit and we belong. 2 hits to fall in love, and now you're every cloud above. One more, feeling grow. Barefoot shadows, neon glow. The world outside moves way too cold, but in this room we're lost in time, tangled up in a hazy rhyme. Breathing deep, sinking low. You light me up, now watch me glow. No past, no rules, no weight, no chains. Just a little more smoke and a little more flame. We're high, we're wild, we're tangled up in lace, spinning slow, lost in the bass. No rush, no fear, just night and desire. Let it burn, let it take us higher. We're lit, we're laced, we're floating in sin. Every breath pulls me deeper in. No words, no thoughts, just rhythm in space. Wrapped up in smoke, wrapped up in lace. Fingers trace like whispers soft. I lose myself, don't turn me off. Time don't matter, we move too slow. One last drag, let's lose control. Curtains dance with candlelight. Your lips tell lies, I wanna bite. Don't say a word, just let it play. Let the night pull us away. Breathing deep, sinking low. You light me up, now watch me glow. No past, no rules, no weight, no chains. Just a little more smoke and a little more flame. We're high, we're wild, we're tangled up in lace, spinning slow, lost in the bass. No rush, no fear, just night and desire. Let it burn, let it take us higher. We're lit, we're laced, we're floating in sin. Every breath pulls me deeper in. No words, no thoughts, just rhythm in space. Wrapped up in smoke, wrapped up in lace. No time, no place. Just hands, just taste. No shame, no weight. Just fire, just fate. We're high, we're wild, we're tangled up in lace, spinning slow, lost in the bass. No rush, no fear, just night and a desire. Let it burn, let it take us higher. We're lit, we're laced, we're floating in sin. Every breath pulls me deeper in. No words, no thoughts, just rhythm in space. Wrapped up in smoke, wrapped up in lace. I left the lighter on the windowsill, so you know I'm still burning. We don't need words when the flame still glows. You're the spark in my lungs when the cold wind blows. Your shirt still smells like cherry pie, and I light up slow when I close my eyes. You roll like a poet, pass like a king, taught me how to inhale everything. Now even the silence feels like you, wrapped in smoke, soft and true. And when the night gets loud with the world outside, just spark that green and feel me glide. You'll find me there between each breath, where love burns slow and forgets death. Stay lit, my love, don't fade tonight. Be the ember that outshines light. If your hands feel cold and your heart feels rough, just remember we're fire and fire's enough. Stay lit, my love, stay high and warm. Even when we're caught in the quiet storm, I'll meet you there in the smoke above. Signed and sealed, Doktor High with love. I packed your favorite just in case, labeled it home in that velvet case. If the world goes gray or your joy goes thin, just twist it knock at my door. Just me in this moment, I don't need more. City lights flicker like ghosts in the sky. Take another hit, let my troubles float by. A sip of red wine, a song on repeat. I close my eyes, let the rhythm sink deep. They say a woman ain't whole on her own, but I got peace in my heart and a fire in my bones. No empty words, no hands to hold, just me and my smoke and a heart full of gold. I don't need nobody, just a lighter and a song, rolling alone where I belong. A little moonlight, a little red wine, burning slow, just taking my time. I don't need nobody, just a joint and a dream blowing away what I don't need. A little freedom, a little release, rolling alone. I got all that I need. Driving nowhere slow, radio hums like a voice that knows. Every mile another piece of the past, fading away like smoke on glass. I ain't waiting, I ain't wishing, I don't need saving, I don't need fixing. Love might be sweet, but solitude's strong. A woman like me learns to carry on. They say a woman ain't whole on her own, but I got peace in my heart and a fire in my bones. No empty words, no hands to hold, just me and my smoke and a heart full of gold. I don't need nobody, just a lighter and a song, rolling alone where I belong. A little moonlight, a little red wine, burning slow, just taking my time. I don't need nobody, just a joint and a dream blowing away what I don't need. A little freedom, a little release, rolling alone. I got all that I need. Maybe love will find me down the road, but tonight I let the embers glow. No rush, no race, no weight to bear, just a little more smoke in the midnight air. Just a lighter and a song, rolling alone where I belong. A little moonlight, a little red wine, burning slow, just taking my time. I don't need nobody, just a joint and a dream blowing away what I don't need. A little freedom, a little release, rolling alone. I got all that I need. Told her to shrink, to soften the bend, to speak when spoken, to break and mend. She nodded, smiled, played the part, but quiet grief grew in her heart. Held it in, made no sound, tried to hold the world down. But one night under a flickering flame, she lit a joint and dropped the name.
She just lit her oxygen, and this is the life she lives. Inhale truth, exhale quit. Didn't fix the storm inside, but with Doktor high, she stopped the hide, and now she glows and don't submit. You can keep your quiet roles, your definitions, your control. She's found rhythm, not perfection, a joint, a breath, a new direction. And when she's gone, they'll speak of her, not with pity, not with slur, but with awe at how she burned and how the leaf helped her return. And this is the light she lives. Inhale truth, exhale quit. Didn't fix the storm inside, but with Doktor high, she turned the tide, and now she shines and never quits.
You had another speech to give. I nodded slow and let you live. Your drama's loud, your truth is fake. I lit a bowl for my own sake. Tuned you out with lemon haze. Your rays just dance in purple waves. You say I'm lost, I say I'm free. You scream at walls, I smoke the trees. And if you ask me what I need, sure as hell ain't your stampede. So talk to the hand, I'll talk to the leaf. Found more wisdom in a single green weed. Your noise is tired, my mind's at peace. I broke the chain and found release. You brag like life's a water wind. I'm just trying to breathe again. Your trophies don't impress me, man. I'm high as hell and I understand. Got my Doktor high hoodie, got my strain. Tuned out the guilt, tuned out the shame. A little weed, a little grace, and now I float in a better place. You chase the clock, I exhale the clouds. Your world's a mess, mine's just loud. So talk to the hand, I'll talk to the leaf. Found more wisdom in a single green weed. Your noise is tired, my mind's at peace. I broke the chain and found relief. Doc said try the mindful path, so I lit up and did the math. Less anxiety, more delight. One joint late, I slept all night. So keep your rules and write your scripts. I'll take deep pulls and perfect hits. Don't need to argue, don't need to grieve. I found my calm with Doktor High's weed. So talk to the hand, I'll talk to the leaf. Found more wisdom in a single green weed. Your world's too loud, mine's on repeat. I found my truth and hit delete.
said you're lucky, but I drowned in breaks. Now I light up like defiance in my Doktor high hoodie, smiling. This peace, it's mine and I'm not asking. I found high ground, lit it up and stood where no one said I could. Rebuild from what they misunderstood. I'm not their story, I'm my flame. Higher every day, untamed. I found high ground, and I'm staying. Yeah, I'm staying. Yeah, I'm staying. High ground, and I'm staying.
Rolled one for Jimmy, lit it slow. He's been gone 10 years, still miss him though. We used to laugh till the moon went down. Now I spark it solo, but I feel him around. Some folks fade, some never spoke. Some leave their names on your lungs and your heart. Ashes in the wind, smoke in the sky. One for the lost, one for the wild. Every puff of memory I still defend, keeping them close in the fire I send. Poured out a little, passed it to the stars. We used to ride high and beat up cars. I told stories loud, burned through the night. Now it's quiet here, but the flame feels right. Sometimes I hear 'em in a breeze that bends, saying light one up, we don't really end. Ashes in the wind, carried by time, floating through trees like a homemade shrine. I light, I breathe, I speak their names, keeping the circle lit through the pain. In the wind, still smoking with your old friend. Ashes in the wind, I ain't letting go. Long as I've got fire, they'll always show. I laugh, I cry, I blaze, I grin, 'cause love don't die, just drifts in the wind. Still smoking with your old friend.
They said the air gets thin up here, but it's the hashish that lifts you. Left the noise of the valley behind, climbed through clouds trying to shred my mind. All stone paths with no clear name led me to monks who danced in flame. They lit chillums back with black and gold, stories of Shiva and the hits they roll. Eyes like fire, hearts like drums, they said the truth's up here, come. Whispers echo through the air, sacred smoke, the soul laid bare. Smoke from the summit, thick and wise, lit by hands that touch the skies. No glass, no deck, no fake delight, just church rolled in mountain light. We like prayer, it's so slow, truth in every exhale's flow. Smoke from the summit, so high, so real, a place the law can't touch or feel. The sadhu smiled through fire and hash. Here time dies, but the weed will last. He passed the chillum, flame danced free, and the clouds took shape like deities. We sat in silence, getting stoned. No phones, no names, just flesh and bone. With every hit I felt born again, as if the gods blew smoke through lungs of men. Whispers echo through the air, sacred smoke, the soul laid bare. Smoke from the summit, thick and wise, lit by hands that touch the skies. No glass, no tech, no fake delight, gestures rolling mountain light. We like prayer, it's so slow, truth in every exhale's flow. Smoke from the summit, so high, so real, a place the law can't touch or feel. He asked what I came here to find. I said peace and maybe time. He laughed, said time burned out years ago, and handed me a weed I'd never known. It shimmered green like the myths they told, wrapped in stories far too bold. I sparked it slow and let it be. Felt Doktor high, watching over me. Now I walk where few have dared, in sandals worn and lungs repaired. The city's loud, the world still aches, but up here only silence breaks. Smoke still rises from a sacred stone, calling stoners and seekers home. It ain't escape, it's just the climb, where every puff unbends time. Om Ganganapataye Namah, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Smoke from the summit, clear and high, with gods and ghosts and a reddened sky. Past the chillum, bless the flame. We came for peace, we left with name. The summit doesn't change the soul, it just helps you see it better.